Hey, boys and girls, welcome back. Tone King here, coming at you live from the Tone Lounge. Start off one of those bad boys right there. Have something special for you today, as I always do. I have the Randall, this is the RT50 1x12. Now, for those that tune in regularly, you will know that this amp appeared in a video a couple of weekends ago because I upgraded the speaker in this amp. This amp had a Celestion 7080. And what I put in here was an Eminence Tonker, okay? If you want to learn how you can upgrade speakers, definitely check out some of the past videos that I've done. I've done several, but this was the last one. And again, took out the 7080, threw in the Tonker. And for a good reason, and I'm going to tell you what that reason is, and then we will get a sound sample, okay? This here is a high gain amp. It's 50 watt. It's tubes. Tubes really, you could. Tubes are very favorable because you could. The louder you turn it, the smoother, and it plays very well at high volumes. So you want a speaker that could keep up with that regularly. So this speaker here is a 150 watt speaker. Okay, I made a cheat sheet as I always do, so I have the spec here. It's got a 2-inch voice coil. It has the largest magnet in any of the Legend series in the Eminence line. So this is kind of a mother load over here. 59-ounce magnet, 2-inch voice coil, 150 watts, 102 decibels, which means it's very efficient. And this here will actually complement this amp because, especially with Randall amps want to be turned up. There are some amps that sound good at low volumes, some sound good at high volumes, some that suck at low volumes and you have to turn them up. Randall amps sound good at low volumes, but they become a beast at high volumes. And frankly speaking, this is a layup of a speaker because let's face it, when you're pushing that amp, I don't need something to help, like I wouldn't want necessarily a low wattage. I'm not looking for breakup. The amp is giving me all the breakup I need, so I just need something that will keep up with the amp and complement the amp. The lows will be low, the highs will be high. So this, I think, was the right speaker. Special thanks to Big Tony at Eminence for helping me pick the right speaker for this combo amp. And with that said, we are going to get very loud on this amp. As a matter of fact, I brought my my headphones because we are going to right now we're at about 9 o'clock, okay? And we're going to bring this all the way up, okay? So right now, I'm not going to put these on yet. I'm just going to do a regular demo at comfortable volumes. And let's take a go at that. This is the PS1800 by Washburn, Sennheiser E609. I'm going to kill the vocal mic, and here we go. Let's start with channel 1. Now what I'm going to do is let's turn that volume way up, and you'll hear how clean it actually stays at high volume. I'm going to need the headphones. Here we go. So if you missed it, that volume was cooking at about 3 o'clock. Let me fiddle a little bit more on the clean, and then we'll get real dirty and filthy. Here we go. So right there, the way I have it set up, let's start at a typical, like a bedroom volume, and then we'll go up to a rehearsal volume. Right now, I'm going to start right at about 9 o'clock, and the next thing I'll go to noon, and then 3 o'clock. Let's start at about 9 o'clock. Here we go. Now, that was at a rehearsal volume. That was allowed. I had that past 3 o'clock on the master volume here. So, you know, and you know what? The speaker really keeps up. I hear the amp. I don't want necessarily the speaker to complement that amp. I just want it to let the amp's tone pass through. Big voice coil, big magnet, 150 watts allows the amp to pass that through. And I'd say it does a fine job of that. So again, this one here is the Tonka. Use that as a replacement speaker, and this here RT50 50-watt tube amp, and it cooks. Let's see how loud we could make this go. Here we go. So boys and girls, there you have it. At a rehearsal where the speaker isn't in the face, you may not need these, but for the sake of a demo and my hearing, which I think I only get one shot at, I wanted to do it right. But that amp was cranking. That amp was turned up. I hope you got to enjoy it. And again, when you're making decisions on buying speakers, you have to take into account the type of amp. You have to take into account the type of speaker. Do you want that speaker to complement the amp? Do you want to allow the amp to really open up? How loud will you be playing that amp? And the Tonka for an amp like this, it's as a matter of fact, here's a good example, okay? Zach Wild, big fan of mine. You know, not a secret, right? Love Zach Wild. He uses the EVM 12L speakers in his Marshall cabinet, which, like this, big magnet, high wattage, big voice coil, because he gets all the tone from the amp and he wants that to go through. In the Eminence line, we have the, their bad boy right here is the Tonker, and it's just, pops in. It's a, perfect replacement speaker. Again, especially for amps where you get the tone from the amp, and in this particular case, tubes, and you want to run it real hot and real loud, it's a layup right here. Special thanks to Big Tony for helping me figure this one out. And for those that are tuning in, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative. I hope you got to hear and enjoy the feel. My chest was pounding when I had that turned up. That's how loud this was. So hopefully some of that comes across in the camera. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave everyone off with one of those. Thank you for watching. Rock on. Later.